Hi guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Apparently now, as I reported you on a regular basis now, is about Anton Greizeman from Atletico Madrid. Apparently now Manchester United have put 100 million aside, and we are actually convinced that we can get the player to Old Trafford next summer, or possibly maybe earlier. We could even go for the player in January when Atletico Madrid transfer ban is currently up. A player that has been in discussions with Diego Simeone about his future. He has confirmed that he's achieved well at Atletico Madrid, and Griezmann confirmed this may be his last season at the current club, as he did report early on in the summer. Did Antoine Griezmann that his estimation of joining Old Trafford was 6 out of 10, so that was his estimation. We know he's risen up the ranks with Real Sociedad. I think he's been at Atletico Madrid now about, is it 4 years with the club. He's got a release clause, I think, is it £200 million, and it reduces to £100 million next summer. But if Manchester United come out of the blocks, put £100 million in, I think it will be enough to take Antoine Greizemann away. We know back in June he'd signed a new deal with the club. We know he scored nearly 30 goals last season for Atletico Madrid, and we know he's got a strong friendship with Paul Pogba as well. But we are looking from a commercial point of view. We don't want to keep that number 7 spot vacant, as we've had loads of number 7s over the years. We've had Ronaldo there, we've had Di Maria, we've had Depay there recently, and I think the best one, the most best one we've had recently has been Ronaldo. And over the years, you've had your George Best there, you've had your Cantona's there, you've had your Brian Robson's in that number 7 position, and I think Griezmann will fill that spot fantastically well, because we've got on form at the moment. We've got Martial and Rashford who are playing fantastic out wide. We've got Pogba that's playing fantastically well. We've got Lukaku that's hitting form. We're expecting Ibrahimovic in December. And, to add Griezmann to that mix would be absolutely sensational. As he did say after the Swans game, Greizemann did come out and basically said he regretted not joining Manchester United, and he tweeted out an angry emoji, an unhappy emoji, and gained a lot of Manchester United fans' attention. There were fans desperate for him to make the move just before the window ended, but I think Greizemann had that guilty conscience that Atletico Madrid couldn't find a replacement until January, so they could possibly get the pursuit of Diego Costa in January, and that could be their replacement for Antoine Griezmann, one of the most prolific strikers. You've got to be honest, in world football. Skillful, tenacious, compassive, good in the air, good at leading the lines, fantastic. He'll guarantee you 25, 30 goals a season. Plus, we've got Lukaku there who's going to guarantee us 20, 25 goals this season, and he's a highly experienced player, is Antoine Griezmann. But Jose Mourinho is still convinced we could get a deal wrapped up for Griezmann next summer, or we could even go for the player in January, but it may be next summer, because I think he's going to have one more season with Atletico Madrid, is Antoine Griezmann. So yeah, we could get the player, and number 7, we want to fulfill that number 7 spot from a commercial point of view. So we will see what happens in this situation with that. So yeah, that we could go for him next summer. As I did update you, apparently now I'm going to go on to a bit of the latest news about Arsenal. Apparently now Arsene Wenger, Arsenal have got Thursday, is it? They've got a team, I can't remember, calling or something in the Europa League. The first time they have not had Champions League football in 20 years of Arsenal. Sanchez, who did come off the bench against Bournemouth, he did participate in the Liverpool game. I think it was disappointing for him whilst he was on international duty as well. But I think he's eager that he does want to start their game on Thursday. The player that, wanted to make the move for the entirety of the window in August, that could make the move to Manchester City for just £20 million in January. But Arsenal, they won against Bournemouth 3-0 very, very comfortably. I think they've got a good sign in their squad. They've got Lacazette, that's going to guarantee him 20, 25 goals at least. Did fantastically well for Lyon as well, did Lacazette. But Arsenal know they need more, because they generated more in the window than they actually spent, and they'll be frustrated with that, Arsenal, so they're going to have plans in January to reinvest and get players in that they currently want in the squad. So they've had a 3-0 Bournemouth, they had a humiliation defeat to Liverpool where they were played off the park. they lost at Stoke. So Arsenal haven't had a fantastic campaign so far. But from the Arsenal perspective, they've got, Wenger signed a 2-year extension. He's been at club for now over 2 decades. But with this Sanchez situation, City, were convinced they could get a deal wrapped up for Alexis Sanchez during the summer. City put 50 million in, rejected. City put 60 million in, turned down. City put 50, 60 turned down. Sanchez has been at the club now. I think this is his 4th season, and he's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. Arsenal purchased him 35 million from Barcelona. And Pep Guardiola, he's looking to reunite with Sanchez, because City, have got a fantastic squad now. They have got a fantastic squad. Done very well at the start of the season. They haven't played very, very well apart from the Liverpool game, but they are still up there at Manchester City. City were convinced they could get a deal wrapped up. They're only prepared to do a cash-only deal with Manchester City. They were not willing to offload the players as part of the deal for Sanchez. But City could get him £20 million. With the Sanchez situation, we know he said he wanted to leave Arsenal. He made his decision after the Confederations Cup. Paris Saint-Germain had been in there. Bayern Munich had an interest in Alexis Sanchez. Man United made slight inquiries over Alexis Sanchez, and he had 24 goals for Arsenal last season. His versatility, he's very, very good. He's strong, he's quick, he's tenacious, he's good in the air, good at leading the lines fantastically well. He fulfills that number 7 spot, does Sanchez fantastically well. But Arsene Wenger's had discussions regarding the player. He said he's focused on Arsenal and etc, etc. He said before he'd been training fantastically well, and Arsene Wenger's been convinced all summer he's going to see out his deal and he's going to become free next summer. But I think either way, Arsenal did have the chance in the August window to cash in 50-60 million pound. But as long as, from Arsenal's perspective, I think they will soften their stance on the player as long as they can find a replacement for Sanchez in January, whether it's Lamar, whether it's someone else. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, what it basically said is now Sterling could be open to the move in January to Arsenal, because the plan was in August. Apparently, City were. It did say about City and Arsenal. City were actually prepared to. It was talks about to offer Sterling. City were prepared to offer. City were prepared to pay for Sanchez. And offer Sterling as part of the deal for Sanchez to go to City and Sterling go to Arsenal, and Arsenal pay a make-weight fee as well for Sterling. Sterling is a very, very good player. He's been, and Arsenal still convinced they could maybe get him in January. He's a very, very good player. City has spent a lot of money in the transfer window. He's very competitive, he's tenacious, his versatility is very, very good. He's had an impressive start to the season so far as Raheem Sterling. I think this is in the process of it. This is his 3rd season now with Manchester City. City had paid £49 million for him back from Liverpool in 2015. I think that's actually the highest paid. That's the highest paid transfer fee for an English player, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling, who actually, risen up the ranks with Queen's Park Rangers, started his career there when he was actually age 5. And then I think with Manchester, he went to Liverpool. Then he went with Liverpool. Wait, I'm sneeze. And then Sterling went to Liverpool. I think he was there a good few years. Liverpool, he won Liverpool. He actually won Liverpool Young Player of the Year award. He won Premier League Player of the Month before as well. He's won the League Cup as well with is it the League Cup with Manchester City or something like that as well. But yeah, he'd been at Liverpool quite a few years. I think he made 97 appearances for Liverpool. He's already nearly made 100 appearances now though for Manchester City as Raheem Sterling. But he's an attacking mid. Raheem Sterling, he can play on the wing. He's quick, he's fast, he's competitive, he's very skillful on the ball, he's good at playing out wide, he's good at playing through the middle. He's got a good electrifying pace as well. And there were talks saying he could fall down the pecking order at Manchester City. He could fall down the pecking order, the amount of money they've invested. And but he did say City's resistance. City were reluctant and being ruthless regarding the player. They were not willing to offload him, so that did come to a conclusion. Sterling Sanchez as a swap deal. I know Arsenal would have been keen on Aguero, but that had come to a conclusion as well. Aguero's in the top 5, is one of the most prolific strikers in world football. He's already scoring goals this season, Aguero. As you can see, City have got likes of Gabriel Jesus, have got Aguero. But with Aguero's situation, you know, he's scored goals this season. He's scored, you know, I think he scored, was it? He must have been 30, 31 goals last season for Manchester City. You know, he'd been at Atletico Madrid quite a good few years. Then came to Manchester City. He's won quite a few honours during his time, as well as Sergio Aguero. But they're not willing to offload him. So Arsenal are still convinced they could maybe, you know, go for Lamar in January, because he did supposedly say regarding Thomas Lamar that actually it did say regarding Thomas Lamar that Arsenal had agreed an initial initial 5-year deal with a player. It was £250,000 a week, and that was £92 million in the process of the situation. So it was £92 million, and it did say Man United had actually entered the race for Thomas Lemar. But Monaco, well, we know for the entirety of the window in August that Monaco were reluctant and were resisted to offload the play, considering the amount of money that they've raised for the departures of their players, Monaco's. But Arsenal had been in talks, approached his representative during the August window. Arsenal in the process had 2-3 bids turned down for Lemar. Lemar clarified that he did want to make the move to the Emirates. He did want to make the move to the Emirates. He'd be a good replace Sanchez, because he can play in the middle as well. He can play anywhere on the left, can Lemar. He's got 3 years left on his deal as Thomas Lemar. You know, he's been very, very impressive for France as well. Very, very good last season as well, Thomas Lemar. So that was Arsenal's main priority target. But it'd come to a conclusion, because then Arsenal had tried and tried, come to a conclusion, so then Arsene Wenger had give up on the pursuit of Thomas Lemar. Then Liverpool had come into the equation, try and get the player. Liverpool had a 55, 66 million bid in the process, turned down by Monaco, and then Liverpool prepared to put another bid in of 70 odd million, but in the process of it didn't work out, as Arsenal put a 92 million bid in, got accepted, but the press was saying he preferred the move to Liverpool, and that he did not want to make the move to Arsenal. But we know Arsene Wenger totally denied he denied these suggestions that Lemar ever turned down. As he said, Lemar did not turn down Arsenal. He decided to stay with Monaco. Did Thomas Lemar, but he's a very, very young prospect. Is Thomas Lemar. I'd love him at Manchester United. Looks a very promising young age talent. But we'll see what happens about that. But we know we've got Man United. You know, I've got Basel coming up tomorrow. We know there's big games, you know, coming up in the Champions League. I am going to do my prediction on my starting 11. I don't know when. We know one thing's confirmed. Bailey and Jones are suspended. So it's going to be Smalling and Lindelof. Lindelof is going to be playing his he's making his debut for Manchester United in European competition. Has yet to feature in the Premier League, Victor Lindelof. And they haven't played since the Super Cup game, Smalling and Lindelof. They haven't featured. I still think Man United are on course. You know, we've got Lukaku who's on form. We've got Martial and Rashford who are doing well out wide. You got Mkhitaryan who's provided 5 assists this season. Matic doing very, very well in the midfield. Bailey and Jones have complemented each other fantastically well, apart from the defensive errors against Stoke. But apart from that, I think they've done absolutely sublime. Darmian at left back were played against Stoke, but I think Blind had been doing fantastically well at left back position this season. Who else? Lukaku's doing well. Martial's doing well. Mkhitaryan's doing well. You know, it was good to see Herrera in the mix against Stoke as well. But so I do hope basically at Manchester United, you know, there's still positions in that team where Manchester United do need to strengthen up. You know, we still need someone. We still need a winger. I do have concerns on left. I could say we still need a winner. We still need someone at left back. You know, we've got Luke Shaw who's been playing for the under-18s, or is it the under-23s? He's got just under 2 years left on his contract. He's going to have 18 months left in January. You know, he's still only young. I still give him time. You know, Luke Shaw, he's still only young. Never had these injury problems. You know, or out with Southampton. That's where he'd risen up the ranks. But he is good when he gets in running games. But Mourinho, for his perspective, he has to make a big impact. Does Luke Shaw? How he may consider offloading Luke Shaw. You know, we've got Ashley Young there. And I don't know if actually Mourinho's had any talks with Ashley Young, but Ashley Young's, I think, turned down a few teams. He's been at the club for 6 years. He's done good in some of the years with Manchester United, but I think he became a bit of a flop since about 2014-15. Ashley Young's basically became a flop, but I think he's got an option to extend his contract with another 12 months as Ashley Young. I think he's very convinced that he does want to do that, but he's got to accept reality. He's not going to be first choice. He's going to be used there as a squad player. He's Ashley Young, and I think he's receiving about £120,000 a week. So Jose Mourinho, you know, he's done well in the two chance windows, you know, with it, you know, at Manchester United. You know, he's buying into our history, as he's proven. 4 good players last summer. He's got 3 players this summer. Lindelof, you know, hasn't had the chance to perform yet. His pre-season wasn't very good, but in the process of it, we will see what happens. Valencia, you know, at right back. We got him from Wigan, and since he's been at United, he's made a fantastic impact as well. So yeah, but I think the Premier League's getting very, very interesting. You know, we're 4 games in. You know, Chelsea had a blip against Burnley, but Chelsea have now regained the form. You know, they've got Morata there, who's on absolute form, scoring goals as well. You've got Tottenham, you know, with Harry Kane reaching his 100th goal against Everton. And Tottenham are a very consistent team. As I said, you know, for the last couple of years, Tottenham have been a very, very consistent team. You know, you've got Harry Kane, who's won the Golden Boot there for the last couple of years. We've got Romelu Lukaku, who was up there with Kane last season as well, when he was at Everton, Lukaku. Tottenham are just not doing well at Wembley, as they've proven this season. They're struggling at Wembley. But away from home, it's not a problem for the Pochettino's side, and I think Tottenham have got a very good squad. You got Manchester City, you know, annihilating Liverpool. And as I did say, it was an even contest. In my opinion, it was an even contest, really, until basically Liverpool had Mane sent off. Either way, it was a sending off, as I did say. It was a sending off. You can't argue. I know it wasn't intended, but you can't do that in a game of football. It's a shame for Liverpool, because they had been in a good form. You know, they beat Liverpool 4-0. Liverpool, I always said, they still need someone at the back. The Liverpool, as we always said, they need someone at the back. They're convinced they could probably get Van Dijk in January. You've got you know, Everton, who spent a lot of money in the window, but they haven't had a good start to campaign. But in consideration, I'll give Everton the benefit of the doubt. They haven't had the easiest of starts, have they? You know, they haven't had the easiest of starts. You know, they've had bloody. They've got us on Sunday. They've had Chelsea. You know, lost Chelsea. They've played Tottenham. In the process, they've also played Manchester City. So Everton have not had an easy start to the campaign. You know, they've had a lot of big teams in there, so they haven't had an easy start. And I think the worst team so far is Crystal Palace. You know, 4 games, is it? 7 goal conceded, is it? And they haven't scored one single goal yet. So Palace will be under pressure. I think this is the worst start to a Premier League campaign for them in history of the Premier League. You know, going 4 games, losing all 4. I think they've lost all the 4 and not scoring 1 goal. So that's very, very bad for Crystal Palace as well. So that's not very, very good. But anything else? And I think Burnley have done okay to the start of the season as well. You know, they've got that Chris Wood from Leeds, who's scoring them goals. Burnley haven't had a bad start. They got a result at Chelsea, which was a shock. They got a result at Chelsea. They won yesterday. And I can't. Oh, yes, they got a draw at Tottenham as well. So Burnley haven't had a bad start to the campaign, as I did say. You know, we had over the weekend Brighton winning 3-1. That was a shock. Brighton beating West Brom 3-1. So yeah, it's been a very, very interesting start to the Premier League. I'm not going to say who's going to win the league just as yet. I'm not going to get too carried away, because we know Man United we still have problems in our team, you know, as you could see in the Stoke game. I thought we did dominate the game, we did enough to win the game. Lukaku had a glorious chance towards the end. Rashford made a few decent runs, he had a couple of decent opportunities. But I thought Stoke did fought hard well, they did play okay. I think they did well defensively as well, did Stoke, and you know, they're not an easy team to beat at the Bet365 Stadium. I mean, it's proven we haven't won there since the Fergie days at Stoke, and it's not an easy ground to touch because they're a very competitive team against the top 6 are Stoke City, as we're all aware. So it's not the worst result in the world. We didn't win the game, but we didn't lose the game. Hopefully on tomorrow we can get a result in the bag, hopefully. I hope to God we can get a result in the bag. I presume that we should do. But we know the team news that I can confirm with you guys is Bailey is suspended, Jones is suspended, so it's going to be Smalling and Lindelof as a centre-back partnership. So we are going to do, I might even just send you something through my starting 11 prediction without me coming on. I might just send you like a lineup 11, or I might come on the video and give you my starting 11 prediction. I'm not sure yet, but I'll go into more details of the game and then I will update you anyway. That's everything to update today, guys. Drop your comments, likes below on the video. We could still possibly get Greizeman next summer. He could come to Old Trafford, which would be fantastic news anyway. And he's very, very good for France as well. Anyway, guys, everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy. And I'll see you later. Bye.